What's going on, guys? Your boy Amazing here, back with another video. And in today's video, guys, we are here with another Duet Abyss video to go over my mid-game progression and where you guys want to be at once you're at the mid-game. So I would say at this very point in the game, guys, I am at trial rank 46, and I still wouldn't say I'm at endgame content yet, but I do want to go over where my account's at, what I've started to invest in at the mid game, how I'm going about building characters, and how I'm trying to progress my trial XP so that I'm able to get to higher content a little bit later on. So that's pretty much what this video is going to be about. If you guys do enjoy videos like this, definitely make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. I appreciate all the support on the channel the past few days, guys, with the launch of Duet Abyss. It's been crazy, man, and I am pumping out a ton of videos so that you guys have content to actually watch on the channel. And yeah, no, let's hop in and let's go over it. So I went over already my must invest for, you know, beginners and getting into the game. Early on, I recommended to you guys the MC, Truffle and Filbert, and Rebecca as my main three to focus on in the early game. Now, getting into the later game content, guys, I actually have picked up Lisbel, and I do think that she is one of the best DPSs in the game. Remember, Lisbel is actually going to be acquired in the Mystic Maze at this very moment, and you can get Lisbel specifically by doing the first 3 difficulties of Mystic Maze. You only need to do difficulties 1, 2, and 3 to actually be able to acquire the full copy of the character. You do gain her secret letters as well, but you really only need the 1 copy of Lisbel to be, you know, at this point in the game where you're able to deal with boss related content, which is another thing that I'm gonna mention. So I already made a video on the channel, guys, going over the weekly bosses and the rewards that you want to be going for from the weeklies. But like, yeah, the weekly bosses are something where Rebecca is not going to be a great character on this type of content because the bosses don't have a bunch of like minions that you're able to really take advantage of Rebecca's actual extra damage. And so this is where I feel like moving over to a new DPS character, and especially a character that can be acquired so easily like Lisbel, is going to be very important for you when you are progressing through the game. I'm gonna have footage here on the screen, guys, of me just kind of fighting through some of the weekly bosses here with Lisbel. But yeah, I mean, you're gonna need a, you know, very strong DPS character once you get to this point in Duet Abyss. Right now, Rebecca is going to be really good for farming content, but when you are trying to clear for the weekly content and then even going into the later stages of the Mystic Maze, you're going to need a DPS that can deal with the boss while also being able to deal with general enemies too. And I do think that Lisbel is going to be, you know, that type of character where you're able to clear and do a ton of damage to enemies, guys. Lisbel, in my opinion, is actually the best like mid-game DPS to go with, since she is given to you for free in Mystic Maze and you have access to this character completely free. She's gonna be really good. Now let's talk about how I've been going about building my characters and getting trial rank XP. So going to my demon wedges here on my characters here, guys, you can see that I already have some blues, I have some greens, and then I do have purple demon wedges already as well. So just as an example here, I actually have this one right here, which gives me Lumino attack percent, skill damage, and skill duration. But as you guys can see, I've actually not leveled up any of my demon wedges that are on my character here for Lisbel, because you don't even need to level up and waste your resources even in the mid game. I actually think holding on to all of your Carmine Global and saving it for when you get to the, you know, full set of like purple demon wedges and like gold set of demon wedges when you're, you know, even at like trial rank 55, that's when you're really gonna want to start spending those resources. Still at this point in the game, I haven't felt the need to actually level up any of this stuff, and I'm still clearing through a lot of the content with little to no effort. So yeah, again, this is something where you're gonna want to focus on the character stats that do matter. If you actually look at the character itself, guys, here you can see that Lisbel focuses on skill damage, skill duration, skill efficiency, and she doesn't really care too much about range. So you really want to be focusing specifically, in my opinion, I would say the skill damage part and the skill efficiency is going to be the most important thing. The duration is nice, but it's not going to really matter too much for this character since she doesn't really, you know, kind of focus on that. Also, guys, you want to make sure that you're done all your main story and all your side quests. As you guys can see, like right here, I'm going to remove my face cam. I have everything done in the game already in the mid game. So in terms of like main quests and side quests, they're all done. I'm at the point where it says to be continued on story, and I've done all my side quests to get all the trial rank XP that's going to be obtained from doing that type of content. So make sure that you have done that first before you continue to start leveling up your characters and grinding for materials for them, because this is where you're able to get very easy trial rank XP as you are progressing in the mid game. So as you guys can see as well, I have been leveling up the talent effects, I guess, or like the passive buff and the or like the skill and the ultimate, right? So I am leveling up. I'm getting the other passive skills. And for everyone that was saying on my original must invest video where they were saying why not use Daphne Amazing, because the support ability actually does give you the attack up, you would not be using Daphne until this point in the game when she's actually able to give you that like actual buff. Because as you guys can see right now, if you have a level 1 Daphne, your passive for your combat support is locked. So you're not actually going to be giving crit chance to allies until you're at like the mid game of Duet Net Abyss. Like when you're at this point in the game where I'm at right now, then you can start unlocking that final ability at the very end. And right now I feel like that ability isn't really needed for a lot of characters. You definitely just want to focus on the stats and then leveling up the actual main passive ability, the main ultimate, and then the main skill. That's going to be ideally what you want to be doing at this point. And so where I'm at in the mid game right now, guys, because I did get to trial rank 45, it did open up to where I'm able to actually level up my characters to level 60 as the cap, but the character total like cap is going to be level 80. So there's still another 20 levels. There's still another maxing out all the skills, and then there's still focusing better on demon wedges that can be improved for my account from where I'm at. So yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at in terms of like my character for Lisbel. Again, for my other characters here, guys, it's the exact same thing. Whenever I'm able to get demon wedges that fit the character and make sense, I put them on and I give them the stats. You can see here that I'm getting, max sanity, skill efficiency right there for losing some HP. It doesn't really matter for the MC. We get some lumino damage there. We have extra HP for tanking, and then just overall stats. So any demon wedges that you're able to just acquire by, playing the game, you will start to equip on. And when you do get to this point in the game where you're done leveling up all your characters that you have acquired, you actually do want to focus on grinding the demon wedge stages, which is the Nachtjäger manual stages. So you guys can see here, if I go to, let's just say like the level 55 one, I've already started to collect a bunch of the demon wedges, and this is really good for your trial XP as well, because if you go to the demon wedge casket section and you actually check to see how much XP you're gaining, a lot of the purple ones later on will be giving you a really good amount for the set bonus of the trial XP that you get. You can see from this one right here, if I just get wings and blaze still of the Phoenix 3 set, I get another 500 trial rank XP, and that is a major amount of trial XP, especially at this point in the game where I'm trying to just progress my account to get to the next ascension level for my character, which means I think I need to be at I think it's level trial rank 55. So that's where I have to be pushing my account right now to be able to do that. And so yeah, definitely focusing on farming your Nachtjäger manual stages when you are at those sequential levels, like as you're going up. As you guys can see, I'm at the 65 one unlocked right now, but there's still 70. Well, you guys can't see it here. Let me actually remove my camera so you can see. But there is still also the 70 and the 80 that is available that I do not have unlocked yet. You can see this unlocks at trial rank 55, and then this unlocks at trial rank 60. So in my opinion, I am still in the mid game to where I still kind of just have to focus on getting up my trial XP and focusing now on the other characters that I have on my account to actually gain that trial XP. So at this point in the game, guys, what you want to be doing is just making sure you have a decent set of demon wedges. Again, nothing that you actually have to go out of your way to actually farm and select for each slot, but just enough to where you're able to clear it. And I don't even think you really have to level up a lot of the stuff. Now, in terms of the weapons and stuff, I haven't really focused too much on leveling up weapons either. And the main reason for that is because when I use a character like Lisbel, her damage is scaling through her actual kit itself. If you look at the character, she actually gets a lot of effect from having higher lumino attack and skill damage. When we do go to her skills, her ultimate does get the effect, and you are dealing a bunch of damage, and you can see the hit combos right here that she's able to do. Lisbel is very, very strong even without leveling up another weapon. So that's what I'm trying to say right now, guys, is you definitely wanted to start switching over to a main DPS that can deal with more boss content. Lisbel is going to be really good for that, as she's able to pretty much fight any boss as long as it's not a flying boss in the game. if you're facing like the Psyche boss or the final boss from the story from the weekly as well, you're not really gonna have a great time with that, I would say. Like, you know, so this Psyche boss and then this boss right here. But the other three bosses, like the Hellfire, Crystal Fowl, and the Sibyl, are gonna be very easy to be cleared just by running Lisbel as your main DPS and then buffing her up. Now, in terms of the other teammates that I'm gonna try and focus on as well, guys, I actually definitely want to drop the MC though for Lisbel, because she's not actually boosting my damage on Lisbel, because her attacks are through her actual skills versus the MC, where if we actually go to the buff that they're providing, it's giving you ultra shield and weapon damage, right? Weapon damage is not actually going to be boosting Lisbel, so I can actually drop the MC now and put Rebecca as my secondary DPS alongside Truffle and Filbert with Lisbel. So if I go to, what is it? If I go to, I think it's in, do I have it in my like set for my, oh no, it's not on my tactical back. I'll have to go to like a stage here. Let me go to like one of the stages just as an example, and I'll show you guys my preset team. But you can see here that for my preset team now, I am running Lisbel as my main character, and then I have Truffle and Filbert, and then Rebecca as well, and I dropped the MC. And again, the reason why is because the MC isn't providing enough damage for Lisbel, because Lisbel's damage scales through her skill actual damage itself, right? It's through skill damage and dealing through that, leveling up the actual like talent and stuff. So yeah, just focusing on characters that are going to be boosting your team like this, guys. I think this team setup right here is going to be really good. Again, you don't want to neglect Rebecca because she's going to be very good for farming, but you also don't really want to, you know, not be leveling up your characters at this point in the game because you're trying to get trial rank XP. Like, just as an example here, if I go to let's just say my Rebecca here, if I was to, oh no, they're already ascended. Okay, I'd have to go to a character like Lynn here. If I had Lynn to the next ascension, I would actually get a fairly good amount of trial rank XP. And that's something where you're able to do that as you're progressing each of your characters up. You're going to be getting those actual trial rank increases. Just as an example here for Brenica, it's going to give me 50 trial rank XP going from the level 20 to level 30 cap. And this progressively goes up as you are leveling up to higher, you know, level caps and getting more Demon Wedge slots, all of that. So that's something that is going to be happening as you are going throughout the game, guys. So what my plans are from this point in the game for me is I'm gonna run Lisbel, Truffle and Filbert, Rebecca for my general content now in the game. The MC will be held back until I get a more weapon damage based character. Once I get that, you know, weapon that's gonna be really insane, the MC will be back with Truffle and Filbert, and then whatever DPS I'm running at the time. And then what I'm gonna do as well is start focusing on leveling up all my other characters that I have acquired. So Lynn, Brenica, Outsider, Margie, Daphne. All these characters that I have now leveled up will get me trial rank XP, and I have to actually start grinding out all their ascensions, all their stuff to be able to get to that trial rank 55, so I'm able to start, you know, getting into more of the end game related content. So that's pretty much the plan right now, guys, and where at. Again, follow still my videos on the do not make mistakes stuff. I still am following all of those. I'm not using my toy hammers. I'm not using my, you know, commission manuals or anything. You want to make sure you're holding on to all that stuff. And yeah, that's how I'm able to progress really fast, guys. I'm already at the point where I'm at, you know, trial rank 46. That's pretty good. I mean, again, it's not like, you know, trial rank 50 or anything like that. Like, I know people are at that point. But this is how I'm able to progress in the game, and also show you guys here as well, like where my profile is at time-wise. But if I go to statistics, 22 hours played, and I'm at the mid-game now. So 22 hours in, and I'm already gotten to that point. That's how you know, like, this is what you guys want to be taking as, you know, a general advice for you going through the game right now. So there you guys go, man. That's going to be it for the video. I hope you guys did enjoy. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below of, you know, where you're at. You know, I'm curious to see if you guys are at kind of later game, or if you're still in or early game, or if you're now in the mid game with me. That's pretty much what I meant to say. So yeah, let me know in the comment section below, guys. But that is going to be it for the video. I hope you guys did enjoy, and I'm gonna see you guys on the next one, man. Peace out. Have a good rest of your day, guys. See you later, man.